Hey guys, we're back at it again with another one of these analysis slash review videos. This is a series that I started back in 2020 and I'm trying to revive this series where I talk about a song from a producer's slash songwriter's point of view. Today's song is Sapphire's Codename 000. But before we get into the song, some of you might be wondering who I am and why I think I'm qualified to talk about these songs, so here's a short video. Hey guys, my name is Yusof and I've been involved with the music scene for more than 10 years. Some of my highlights include opening for Zibalba and Memphis Mayfire, as well as playing to several sold-out metal festivals when I was still in Sleeping Sorrows. And then with Flux Spectra, I got to go on TV and play on Fly FM, as open for Estrange and OAG. But not least with Modscape, I got the opportunity to open for Media Parade as well as Crown the Empire, and then work on Kembali Bersama, which is one of the two singles featured on the D and Friends movie that came out in 2023. So that's it about me. Back to the video. Right off the bat, we've got some synth work. I'm hearing two types of synths, at least. One's the one that alternates between two octaves, and the other is more of a, I think it's maybe a square lead kind of synth that plays a root note, and it's just really giving futuristic vibes. Couple of things. That is such a cool riff, and visually it doesn't look like an easy riff to play, where you've got chugs and some open string parts followed by tapping part, and then you've got an ambient lead. All that combined with the synth parts going on in the intro is a staple of modern metal, and you find that across like an array of modern metal bands these days. It's just a staple.
Where should we run away? There's nothing left to stay. Then we burn our home and home.
I love the synth that's going on whilst he's doing this talking vocal thing.
We are a late night prisoner.
Bass tone sounds clanky, by the way. Love it. Love it when a band does a punctuation part. That right there with the 4x attack with the slides is, for me, standout attack part that's right before a section. It's a minor detail, but I like the synth that's going on the right side, I think. On the right side, yes. Pretty straightforward chorus, nothing complex. Let's see what happens. Now we're reintroduced to the main riff. Really though, it's the ambient lead that's tying everything together and just solidifying that modern metal sound. Without that ambient lead, this is just gonna be another 000 chuggy kind of band. Oh, it's a different verse. Love it when introduce contrast in a very simple way. All it takes is for one guitar panned to one side, and then during the second half of that section, you reintroduce the second guitar, the second rhythm guitar, and the bass, and now you've got the full mix, right? Check this out. It's simple, it's a simple trick, but it gets the job done. Personally, I feel that the second verse could benefit from a bit more variety, whether it's an additional lead or some more synth work, because you've got both guitars playing the same part, and I think this is a good opportunity to just add a little more.
We're now taking over this world.
I like that robotic voice. I wonder how they did it. They did it also during the intro, and it actually mentions the name of the song.
Are you ready?
There's a lot of space that you can exploit during this breakdown. Like, it's not a dense part. With some breakdowns, you might have a lot of guitar layers, a lot of sound design layers, be it synths or effects or samples, whatever, right? There's a lot of unutilized space which could be filled with whatever. Love that tone feel. It's unconventional, and I like it. Now, this is a riff, a motif even, that stands out to me. This harmonic minor riff. And I wish that established this riff throughout the song from the get-go, because again, it's something that stands out, right? Another thing I'd like to point out, perhaps this was intentional by the band, but personally I feel that there's a bit too much downtime in between parts. And I get that the downtime is to transition from A to B. There are other ways to make the transition smoother instead of having to rely on downtime. Again, this is just a personal opinion. It kills the energy drops, and then you have to wait for the next part. But perhaps this was intentional by the band because they're thinking within a live context. So this might work better during live, where everything drops for a second, get the crowd hyped up, and then you introduce the next part. I like that lo-fi hi-hat that's happening. Again, it's these little details, you know, that contribute to the modern metal / futuristic sound that they're trying to achieve here. I really wish they had done more of that during the first chorus. That with all the heaviness that's happening, and I believe they're tuned to drop A, it sounds like they're in drop A. It would be a nice contrast if the vocals were within a higher range. Not that there's anything wrong with the chorus they have right now, but I'm just saying that when there's contrast, it stands out more, right? This is on a more personal note. I kind of know the singer, and I've followed this band since their first single. I'm very aware of what the singer is capable of. Back then, they sounded more akin to Saosin, Secret and Whisper, and you guys clearly heard the that was happening. I think that stood out more than the first chorus. The first chorus, although there was nothing wrong, felt a bit more monotonous to me. And if they wanted to retain that original vocal melody, they could have benefited from stacking it with additional backup vocals. So even if that high note part wasn't in the forefront, it could have been in the background. Oh, you guys gotta check this out. There's that little piano bit. Alright, so this is a departure from their old sound. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, but bands evolve, right? So here are some final notes. The sound design was really carrying the song, as it is with most modern metal music. I felt, and again, I gotta stress that this is more of a personal opinion rather than me speaking objectively. There was a bit too much downtime in between parts that made the song feel a bit disjointed. And last but not least, the clean vocals could have, again, as I mentioned before, benefited from the singer singing in a higher range, whether it was in the backup vocals or as the main vocal. But all in all, cool song. I support Sapphire. I've been listening to them since their first single, and I hope they go on to make some more songs. If you like what I do, leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing. Do whatever you can to help support this channel. Until next time, guys, take care.